If you look at successful high school teams, their roots can usually be traced to strong youth programs. The Wachusett field hockey team has high expectations this season. Now, the Mountaineers only have 4 seniors on their team, but they have great talent in the underclassmen, many of whom have played for years at the youth level and have the skills to prove it.
We're seeing a lot of really good skills, specifically from the underclassmen that are coming up and being real leaders amongst themselves. And then we're also seeing a lot of really good payoff from the people who have been working really hard over the summer.
We have a lot of strong underclassmen that they've been playing like club, everything. They've been playing since a very young age, so they're very prepared for the season.
Last year, the Mountaineers made the districts. This year's goals are bigger, and it starts with increased production on offense every single game.
Some goals are to beat last year's record and to score a lot more goals because we were struggling last year in offense.
I think we need to take it one game at a time and just really focus on winning games coming up rather than playoffs, and then a lot of hard work will get there.
And Wachusett will open up their season next Wednesday and taking on Algonquin. Shortly after, Auburn police officer and Leicester resident Ron Tarantino was killed in the line of duty, Auburn football coach Jeff Cormier called Leicester football coach Tim Griffiths and said, "We need to do something to help the family." The two agreed that they would play a game with all the proceeds going to benefit the Tarantino family. They weren't even scheduled to play this year. They rearranged their schedules. They will play a week from Thursday, September 8th at Auburn in the Top Cop game. All of the proceeds that night will go to benefit the Tarantino family. The Auburn team and coaches are proud and honored to be a part of it.
So this game it's monumental, honestly. It's a really, really high honor to be able to donate everything to the Tarantino family, have that kind of influence on everything in light of the hard times.
Obviously I think, everybody involved in this game wishes that, it wasn't taking place under the circumstances that it is. I think this is one of those opportunities or one of those situations where, out of tragedy, some good can come, and, the two communities pulling together and raising some funds for that family, and it's really brought out the best in people. And like I said, unfortunately, a tragedy had to draw that out. But on the positive side of it, there's a lot of kids involved that have really gravitated toward what's going on, who know Officer Tarantino personally, whether they be Leicester guys with who they played with their sons, or whether it be guys out here who know him from doing all kinds of details and things at athletic events. So it's real special. It's real emotional. And just very proud to be a part of what's going on.
So the Top Cop game is a week from this Thursday, September the 8th at Auburn. You can get tickets beforehand at either of the high schools. You can get tickets the night of. There's going to be raffles items. There's going to be a lot of items and a lot of different things going on surrounding this game. It is going to be a nice tribute to Officer Ron Tarantino and his family, as well as the entire Auburn and Leicester police departments. We will be airing the game live, broadcasting the game live at 7 p.m. right here on Charter TV3, and we will also have a pregame show live from Auburn High School beginning at 6:30 a week from this Thursday. Well, the Holy Cross football team is done with preseason camp. This is game week. Holy Cross opens up their season this Saturday on the road at Morgan State. Perhaps the biggest news coming out of preseason camp, no injuries. Holy Cross is healthy.
So we had very few injuries and no serious injuries, and I think that's a testament to their maturity as players, that we can play hard, but we can do things in such a way that we're not, potentially exposing ourselves to unnecessary injuries. So it's been a great preseason from that standpoint, because the guys have gone out and practiced really hard, but there's been multiple occasions where guys knew, hey, I need to lay off here. This is my teammate, and I don't have to prove myself anymore. You do have to get better, but you don't have to prove yourself to your teammates at this point.
Helps when you have a veteran team and you have a lot of those starting positions locked up going into camp. So, as Coach Gilmore said, you don't have guys taking unnecessary runs at their teammates or headhunting just to try to get that starting spot. Holy Cross opened up the season this Saturday at Morgan State. Cross field hockey standout Maureen Conley was named the Patriot League Offensive Player of the Week, putting up 2 goals and an assist in Friday's win over Siena. a scoring
Mo had a
machine
great
for
game
the
today.
Satyrs.
A lot of her teammates really contributed and helped with that too. But she's got an eye for the cage, and most importantly, she's got an attitude in a good way, a very good, positive scoring attitude. And she'll do anything it takes to put the ball in the cage, and it shows with 2 today and an assist. And she probably could have had a couple others as well. I think she took the majority of our shots. So it just shows her hard work, her dedication, and her eye for the cage.
Conley was the leading scorer for Holy Cross last year, and Holy Cross is at Harvard this Friday. So the Satyrs off to a good start and looking to continue that against the Ivy League foe Harvard this Friday, and then Holy Cross starting their season, as most of the college football teams are this weekend. Some of them around here starting on Thursday and Friday. Satyrs on the road in Baltimore on Saturday.
You talked about it, the veteran leadership for the Crusaders going to help this football team this year.
Yeah, well, it certainly does. When you have experience, there's nothing like game experience. They have experience, so offensively, they've seen any different defense you're going to throw at them. Defensively, I think it helps a ton, too. They have a veteran secondary. They have a veteran linebacking core, so they also have depth, too. Now you have 4 years of scholarship players. You have depth where they didn't have that before, especially some of the big guys on the D-line and the linebackers, and that's going to help in the third and fourth quarter of games, especially early on when you're talking about hot temperatures and guys cramping up and just physically getting worn down.
Any particular spot, offense, defense, what do you think is their strong suit?
They're strong all around. I mean, their offense, how can you not be strong when you have a 4-year starting quarterback who was the Patriot League, first-team All-Patriot League last year, threw for over 3,000 yards. You have all these wide receivers coming back. Brendan Flaherty set a Patriot League record last year for receptions, was over 1,000 yards in receiving. You have a returning running back. I mean, your entire offensive line returns. I would say offense is the strength, but defense, it's not like there's a big difference, but offense definitely should carry the load this year, just with everyone they have returning.
College football back this week. High school football back this week,
High
too.
school
It's great.
football back a week from this week.
All right. Oh, high school ball. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get
That's
there.
why you're on that side of the desk and I'm over here. So Kevin Shea
right,
with sports. That'll do it for us tonight. For What's the News Tonight, for Kevin Shea, Andy Madison, thanks for tuning in tonight. We hope you tune in again tomorrow.